Tausif, let's change things up this week.
Okay.
Start the intro.
I'm starting the intro?
Yeah, we're
when
recording
I'm already
already.
like so Bro, I'm already so scattering to like try to figure this stuff out. Okay.
While you're trying, yeah.
Okay.
No pressure.
No worries.
But wait, isn't it Chris's guest? Chris should start it.
No, you start.
You've been told. Nope.
You start the intro, Chris is going to continue. Don't worry. Let's hear you. Bring it on. Bring it on, Tausif.
Well, this is on my AirPods, okay? Don't worry. Mic's being recorded. Just making sure, okay? Hit record. Everybody's recording on their cameras. We're all okay?
I hope so. We'll find out.
Welcome back to another episode of CreativeLess Podcast. Thank you so much for joining us. And yeah, Chris, take it away.
That was it. That was it.
I mean, what do you want me to say?
Chris, I need enthusiasm, a little bit of
right.
enthusiasm, like a chef's keys here.
Do you want me to do it? Or you...
Yeah. Let's go.
Okay. Welcome back to the CreativeLess Podcast, where each week there is a surprise guest,
new guest.
and two people don't know who it is. And
Thank you.
this week, I have the pleasure of introducing our guest, and it sounds like it's going to be a surprise for you two.
You've kept him very secretive so far. I mean, Emilio is the worst at keeping the secret. I think we've established that, but I think, you're doing pretty good.
You're going to see next week if I'm good in keeping secret. Not next week, the week after.
Okay. I was going to say, next week we all know who it is.
Who's gonna be,
Yeah.
All right, so our clues for this week before I introduce our guest. So this week we are back on this side of the pond, as in Tausif and I's side of the pond. We're out of Europe.
Excellent.
Okay. One of his very first uploaded videos is real footage of him being stabbed and then blown up. Okay.
Stabbed and then what?
Blown up.
Okay.
Exploded. And this guest has a secret YouTube channel as well as his main channel. And as far as I'm aware, his other half is also British. Any ideas?
His other half is
And
British.
he's from Canada?
No. He's from the North
the
America
other half
continent.
of the pond. Northern. He's probably from America then.
Alaska.
From the States.
From the States, okay.
Those are pretty tough
yeah,
clues.
dude, I have no idea. Who's been stabbed and blown up?
More,
What the heck is that?
We want more.
Okay, he, as far as I'm aware, he, I think he's out of Texas. I might be
Texas,
wrong.
Sidney Diongzon?
Mr. Guest, uncover your camera.
It has to be Sidney.
Yay! What's up?
There he is.
I forgot about that video. I totally forgot about the video where I was stabbed. That was.
What's up, Sidney?
I went on your channel today and I was like, all right, what can we get for some good conversation here? And I saw that video. I literally laughed out loud when I saw it. Like your camera guy is a British guy just saying, like, guy, have you heard of Danger? Like, that was a good video. I like that.
Oh, thanks, man. Well, that's what I did back in the day before YouTube. I loved doing sketch comedy and like doing all these sketches, kind of like Lonely Island, and just love making people laugh. And so I completely forgot about that video.
It's a good one. You should bring that up. It was good. It's a classic.
I probably should. Yeah.
So thank you for being here.
Who's here?
Yeah, thanks for having me. Am I guest number 8, 9, 10, or something like that?
7 or 8, I think.
8.
Cool.
8.
It would be very funny when Chris says, and his wife is British. To everybody say, Sidney Diongzon. Yes. That would be.
I think it's probably something I just picked up on because a few times I've watched your stories or whatever, and your wife's in it, and I was like, that's definitely a British accent. So.
Oh yeah, she's a Brit. She's a proper Brit too. She's from Bath, which is like the fancy part of the UK.
It is. She has.
That's cool. How'd you guys meet? Like, was she in the States or were you in the UK?
No, we met through a mutual friend because, well, she saw a video of me dancing to Single Ladies on stage. Power of video, man.
That's
there
it.
Power of video.
There you go. Wow.
You lived there for a bit, right?
Yeah, I lived in England for about 3.5 years.
Okay.
Yeah, about 3.5 years. Loved it. That was great. And yeah, we're gonna visit next year once everyone's all vaccinated and all that stuff. But yeah, I loved it out there.
Mm-hmm. What's your favorite thing about England?
Fish and chips.
I want it. Well, yes, absolutely.
That was one of my questions. Your favorite British food? You've taken it.
Fish and chips for sure. Absolutely. But I think my favorite part about the UK is that it's so much cheaper to travel. You know, like traveling in the States, even from state to state is very expensive. Yeah. Where, you know, from UK to Paris, like you can get it, you know, a round trip flight for 75 quid or something like that. Super cheap compared to the States. So I love traveling in the UK.
I agree. We traveled a ton when we were out there just because like there were literally, you can pay nothing for flights sometimes, literally. I think there was one time we flew to Amsterdam for like £1 return. It was one of those like crazy Ryanair sales that they had. And
where did you travel with £1? Like donkeys? With donkeys,
did you take the bus or something?
With donkeys,
no, Ryanair.
By foot.
Like,
Ryanair. Okay,
you've heard of Ryanair.
Yeah.
They used to run these
like a rhino, like a rhino, or
Ryanair, like the name Ryan, and there's a company called Air. So the guy is like notoriously cheap, and as long as you don't take any baggage, it's only carry on. This is what it used to be. You don't pay with a credit card,
and you need to leave your kidney.
You leave your kidney
in the way.
You can fly with them. And there was a while where he was talking about like, you know, like on the bus, how they have and on the subway they have those things where you hold. There was a while where he wanted to have standing room only on the planes, and you charge to use the washroom.
Yeah, and you need to change the tire and also drive.
Yeah, you're the pilot too. Yeah.
And the washroom is he just opens the door a little bit and you just pee right out, right? Like
that's it. Yeah.
Sidney,
so yeah,
what are you doing, man? This period,
man, things are good. Things are well. Like, you know, when you film a video, you edit it, then you upload it, and you're like, okay, all right, I have a few hours left in the day. I'm gonna try to film another video. I can never do that. Like, I try so hard to be like as productive as possible, but I'm like in recovery mode right now. You know, just uploaded a video this morning, and now I'm just kind of recovering, and so I'm just kind of chilling at the moment. You know, got my glass of water. I'm just chilling.
It's
until
also
tomorrow when the whole process starts again.
Yeah,
I know.
Also,
yeah,
you know, it's also the feeling of celebrating. Like for me personally, when I do a video, I'm saying, okay, I'm gonna celebrate that I did the video, right?
Well, so I don't think people realize that video production like just takes so much out of you. You know what I mean? Like emotionally, intelligently, like just everything about uploading videos to YouTube. It's just it takes so much energy out of you that I don't think people realize all the effort that goes into just making these videos on a weekly basis. You know, it's like a full-on TV show in a way, but you're doing it by yourself if you don't have a team.
Yeah, and can I tell you the worst part is that you organize the video, okay? You put everything together. You need to film on the video. You need to be the actor of the video. You need to edit the video, pick the music, you know, all the good stuff. And after you finish everything, you say, fuck, I need to upload it now. So I need the
the upload itself takes like hours.
And then I'm saying, okay, and I need a good thumbnail as well. Let's spend another 2 hours for the thumbnail. It's not that it's finishing when the video is done, right? It's never finished then.
Never, never. You're the writer, you're the producer, you're the filmmaker, the editor, you're the graphic designer, the marketer, you're IT, you're like customer service if you're doing a product review. You're everything.
I never thought of that. You are definitely the customer service as well, because people have questions to ask about the products or whatever. That's actually a very good point.
You answer to them?
Well,
I'm going to
stop. That's why you have to charge, you know, a decent amount if you want to do a product review, because you're not just making a video for a brand. Like, you're promoting their product on your channel, but you're also providing customer service for people that have any questions about said product. You know what I mean?
I've never thought of it that way before. That's such a good thing to say.
Yeah, because there's always questions in the comments like, oh, how do you put this filter on your camera? I'm like, okay, well, you screw it on.
The best questions is when you do a gear, if you like Sidney and Chris, right, in the room, Tausif. They are the best in lenses, in cameras, and Sony related. And we see the comments that they say, should I get this lens or should I get this lens? And why do you think that? Like, ask Sony. Can you watch the video? I said what I had to say. Like,
there you go.
You get a lot of those, don't you? Like, you specifically talk about something, like you made sure you listed it down, you talk about it, and then someone asks about that, and it's like, well, you didn't watch the video, clearly.
Clearly. And lately I've been like intentionally saying like, hey, I'm not doing a full technical review about this product. I'm just gonna share my personal experience with it. And then you get the comment every now and then, well, Gerald Undone said this and said that. Why didn't you cover this? Whatever. It's because I said this wasn't a full technical review.
Yeah, he set this bar so high for like technical reviews now. Everybody's kind of like expecting that.
I mean, I love his stuff. I really do. I think it's just the people, they have expectations of certain things.
Yeah.
Unrealistic expectations. Like they expect your production quality to be, you know, this level. They expect you to know this and that, where it's like, no, I'm not really making the videos for you, really.
For that,
like this
yeah.
is my channel. I'm making it for me. I'm making it as a business. Yeah, I'm partially making it for you to watch, but you know, this is my business. So I'm going to make the videos that I'm going to want to make, you know?
100%.
Yeah, it's
There
true.
you go.
And speaking of that, making the videos that you want to make, right? I remember the Sidney when he started, right? You know, I'm a fan. You have seen me on your comment sections of your videos. You know, I really miss the Sidney who was in a green screen suit. When we're gonna see again?
I remember that.
Yeah. When it's
I
gonna
still
happen?
have the green screen suit. I have
Wait.
it, and I still have the green screen suit. I just remembered a couple of times when I was filming, my wife would be like, you know, when I'm editing, it's like, babe, that's a little bit of revealing. So I look down, I'm like, oh crap.
You know, an idea right now. On your next video, film with a tripod right now, the background as it is, and come with a green screen to talk. And, you know, hold a hat or something. that would be crazy.
But never explain it to the audience.
No. Like, I'm here. What do you don't understand? Like, you don't see anything?
Sure. That's funny.
Yeah.
Just as like
and do the entire review, just staring right at the audience, pretending like there's nothing wrong, and just end the complete video and just wait for the comments.
That'd be pretty funny.
That-
or like
that
to
would be
start off the video normally like this. I do a cut to some B-roll, then cut back to me in a green screen suit, and then go back to B-roll, then I'm back to my normal clothes, and just never mention it.
Don't mention
that.
it. Yeah.
Yeah,
There you go.
that's good.
Love it.
Chris, sorry I interrupted you before, but before you ask your question, I want to say that I'm very happy right now because I have you two all the way since we started, right? But finally, we have in the podcast a hugger like me,
A hugger.
right?
Oh.
Sidney. They don't like hugs. They don't like touching. They
Oh,
say
no, I like
only.
hugs.
Oh, really?
I'm okay
Come
with
on,
Y'all
hugs.
not huggers? Oh, I'm a big
Yeah,
old
I'm a hugger.
hugger. I love hugging.
I'll hug.
When you
Just
have you guys
pre-COVID.
interviewed Cody Warner yet?
No,
No,
not
not
yet.
yet.
Or
We
no?
need to have him on.
No.
Okay,
not
so next time you talk to Cody, ask him the first time that me and Cody physically met, because I gave him the biggest hug of his life.
I think I heard about this. Didn't you like fully mount him, like legs
I did.
up
I
and
saw him
everything? Yeah.
across the room at a conference in LA. I said, "Cody!" Ran up to him and just, you know, bear hugged his face. It was brilliant.
I hope he knew who you were at that point, right?
Oh, I don't know.
I hope so.
That's for you, Chris.
enough.
He
and
knew
that-
now, yeah.
That's for you,
He has the
Chris,
video.
and that's for you, Gerald, if you see the video. That's how we say hello to each other.
Cody's probably just like, oh, just another normal day at work.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
nothing out of the strange.
We have like a fun job, don't we? Like it's such a weird, cool,
Bless.
crazy, awesome
Bless.
job.
I think we forget
Yeah.
sometimes really what it is that we do and how privileged we are to do something like this.
I will say this though. I feel like people also tend to think that because of the fun part of it, they don't understand like how much of a mental stress or pressure and like how much work is behind it, right? Like sometimes even my family, like my parents think I'm just like I go to work and I just have fun, right? Yeah, I have fun, but like there's a lot of work that goes into it, and there are all these like mental pressures of like, you know, you got to deal with comparisons and this and that, and like trying to like think of ideas and then your stats and whatnot. So there's so much to it, right? But it's like, yeah, I feel like people don't see that side of it, but I don't know.
I agree.
Maybe eventually.
Sydney, do you do client work still?
I do, yes.
Okay.
Not as often as I used to, but you know, I'm working with a couple of clients right now, yeah, it's been fine. What I want to do is not just, you know, have a YouTube channel and produce content, but like I actually want to have my own production company, and so I want to build like a local team and like kind of build them up so that they can, you know, venture off and do their thing. Cause like I really want to just equip people to tell stories, to pick up a camera, know how, you know, the different settings, how to do slow motion or whatever. Like I love that. I didn't realize how much of a teacher I wanted to be, like not like your traditional teacher, but like I just love just passing down information and like seeing people like just grow. Like I love that so much.
Yeah.
And so like my goal, like here in Texas, like while I'm here, just to build like a local team, and then wherever I move to next, you know, build a local team and just keep doing that till the day I die.
You have a course, right, Sidney, that you started?
Yes, I have a course that is outdated. I should probably revamp that, but I'm working on another course, a secret course, about some cameras. So that should be coming out in a few weeks. But yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Nice. Okay. How's your experience doing all of that? Like, did you find like, because I feel like with YouTube, like, do you still have that same interaction with like the people that are taking your course? They're still talking to you, and you still
It's
have that
hard.
back and forth.
It's hard because like you're creating like a set amount of content about a specific thing, and then you almost kind of just leave it, like forget it, and set it and forget it. And then yes, there's the interaction where you go to a group chat or you have a Facebook group and you interact with your students and stuff like that. That's great and that's fine, but usually I find personally that students is kind of like being left to their own devices. Just they watch the course and they kind of do their thing. Where YouTube is just interactive, like right off the bat. Like the moment you press upload, boom, a comment, you have that conversation. Or even on Twitter, you have that conversation, which I really love. But courses are great. I think I like doing courses. One, primarily it's a good source of income, like a really good source of income. That's not YouTube. But two, it reaches a different kind of audience that's not necessarily specific to your own demographics. You know what I mean? Like the students that I have are more, I guess, professional. Not that anyone else watching my videos isn't a professional, but like people that work for governments or work for like a nonprofit or whatever. Like really want to know how to do business as a professional. So it's interesting seeing those kind of people interact with the platform like courses versus YouTube. They're so different.
Yeah, interesting. Do you think you got those people from YouTube as well? Like they're following you on YouTube, or did you try like other avenues?
What's funny is that only 20% are students from YouTube and 80% are from people outside. And I don't know how they got it. Maybe it's from Facebook ads or whatever. I'm not sure. Yeah. But it's pretty cool just kind of reaching out to different kinds of people.
That's nice.
Yeah, but I hate filming courses. I hate it so much. Like I'm in the middle of one right now, and I hate it. It's like, ugh. It's kind of like a school assignment. Well, it's because you're so thorough, right? Like you're writing a curriculum, and you're kind of going through every single detail just to make sure that the students are well informed. And so I don't know. I find that there's a lot more pressure when you're making a course because like they're paying all this money, right? From 200 to 1,000 to the high-end ones that not that I make them, but like $5,000 to pay for a course. So they expect like a full-on education, right? So I think there's a lot of pressure there, and I just hate filming them so much.
Sidney, how
would you say more pressure than? Sorry, you go ahead, Emilio.
How do you manage on the courses? For example, me, I'm preparing a course, a secret course that I'm gonna reveal probably next month for Final Cut, And when I started, the curriculum that I had was 65 different sections. So when I, talked with the guys that I'm creating the course, they told me, do you want to make it a little bit smaller? 65 sections. And I was like, yeah, but I want people to know Final Cut from beginner to medium to advanced. I don't want a course that is going to be only things that I teach on YouTube, for example, or they can find on YouTube. So how difficult is this process to place things into the course? Because as you said, people are paying money. So you want to have something that is going to be full. Is this also, draining energy out of you, or how do you handle all this situation?
It is. It's very hard. It takes a lot of, mentally out of you. But what I find that successful courses are the ones that are just under an hour. And if they're just under an hour, they tend to sell a lot more. Versus, here is a 3-hour course of this, and people do pay for it, and some pay like up to thousands for courses that are 5 hours. But
I will forget my 6 hours. I will forget my 6 hours.
From my own research and talking with other course creators, like they found that the most successful courses are the ones just under an hour.
An hour, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I guess because they're also priced a little bit lower as well to just get people through the gate, right? Like people maybe just want to see who it is.
Yeah, and I mean, there's different options. There's you can have like a mini course, right? That's like half an hour long, 3 modules or whatever it is, or you can have a 6-hour course about Final Cut that'll has like all these chapters and all this stuff. So it just varies. So I guess it's like one of those things where it's like just make a course. put it out there, kind of see how it does, and then ask your students like feedback. Hey, like which one was your favorite? And then depending on which platform that you're on, you can see how far your students progress on the course. Like if they only go up to the 3rd module, then you'll know that they're kind of bored and they stop learning at that point. Versus seeing the students that follow through all the way. Okay, cool. This is the structure that works. I'm going to stick with it.
Interesting. I guess that's really helpful to be able to see where they stop.
Yeah, it is. It's really cool. And I'm not the best at courses. I've learned, I know Pat Flynn, he spoke to me about it last year or 2 years ago when we were at Vid Summit. Like the dude is like just a master of like at podcasts and making courses and stuff like that. And so he gave me some pretty good tips on how to make successful courses. But the majority, the reason why his courses were so successful is because he actually got feedback from students, like just asking, hey, what course do you want to see? What are some things are you interested? What would you pay for? Like, what kind of topics would you pay for a course? Which is like, okay, that totally makes sense. I just ask my audience what they want to pay for, in a course, and I just make the content,
And just out of curiosity, Sidney, what kind of considerations did you take into mind when you were debating where to put your course on? Like, we have so many different avenues like Skillshare, and all those other places.
Yeah. So I'm currently on the first course platform that I was on was Thinkific, and they're pretty good. They're pretty simple. Right now I'm trying out Kajabi because Kajabi is fully integrated with like emails and pushing out to clients, and I believe that they have their own little marketing thing. So if you go to Kajabi, you can browse to like the different courses that people might be interested in. So that's kind of cool. I'm not finished with my course with Kajabi, so I'll see how that plays out. But most of my experience was from Thinkific, which is, I guess, a very user-friendly course. Okay. The only thing I don't like about Thinkific is that there's no app for your phone, because I know a lot of people like to watch courses on their phone. With Thinkific, you have to watch it on your desktop computer, which is, whatever. But Kajabi seems to have like everything that you want and to give, your students options.
To see if it sounds like you're planning a course.
Dude, honestly, like it's been on my mind for a while. Like, I think these sort of decisions need to be made, especially when somebody's considering to go full time or something, just to try to diversify your income streams, right? Because it's tough.
I think if you know something so well, whether it's something big like filmmaking, whatever, or something small like how to clean a house, whatever. Like there are courses about the smallest things that make so much money, and it's ridiculous. Like what course did I see? It was like something about like how to color coordinate your clothes or whatever. Like, and this girl makes like 10-15 grand a month on courses on how to color coordinate your clothes. For people that don't. Yeah. I know, just like so many different things. Like it's an amazing, weird community, but there is an audience that's willing to pay for that kind of stuff.
For sure.
I guess it's like the equivalent of a video going viral kind of thing. Like your course goes viral almost. Is it something like that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm still learning it. I'm still kind of baffled at how some people that I know, that we all know, are so successful. Making courses. Like 90% of their income is from courses, and I'm like, really? People would pay for that? Like, you can't look that up on YouTube. And obviously, there's a lot more information in their courses, but it's really fascinating that people would pay $5,000 to do this course or that course, and so it's very interesting. But I think if you are a content creator on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram or whatever, I don't know. I feel like it's worth looking into doing some sort of course just to see if it'll bite, because it doesn't hurt to have a steady income stream. You know what I mean? Other than just reliant on YouTube or Instagram.
Yeah, for sure.
I agree.
Makes sense.
I agree.
Cinecom.net, right?
Oh yeah,
Cinecom,
they're awesome.
They're awesome, and also the courses. That's how I was inspired for the course, because I see that the courses that they have for, let's say, Premiere, they have these 4 or 5 hours courses that they have quizzes, they have special section on a special website. I'm giving hits right now for anyone who's listening, but they have like a full package that after you pay for that and you go out of it, you say, I had an experience, like an experience of a course, that I'm going to learn something, but I also answered quizzes. I took like exams. I had exercises where I had to upload and send videos. You know, it's the interactive stuff, I believe, in the courses that if you want to get paid well, right? If you don't want to have a course, let's say for 30 or 50 bucks, that you need to give value. And also, this is also in everything in our lives, right? As creators, we need to give value to our content.
Give value, for sure.
Totally, yeah. I don't know where I heard this from. Maybe I saw it in a movie. I don't know. But like the most successful teachers are the ones who make the most successful students. Like if you make them feel that they can accomplish success, even though they're kind of struggling with certain things, but them knowing that, oh man, I can do this, I can totally do this, and they pass, like that is a true tell sign of a successful teacher. And then, you know, results follow, obviously. And so I thought that was really, really interesting, and I'll never forget that, just to make sure that you think of the students as well. Because yes, even though it's a platform where you can make money and it's a good, you know, stream of income, but you know, if you think of that one student and you just want to see them succeed, you want them to make their very first YouTube video. Yeah. Boom.
Speaking
you know,
of
maybe
that,
one day they'll come back and, you know, buy another course from you.
Sidney, speaking of that, you said something very, very interesting right now, because I believe Chris as well, because we started with cameras and our YouTubes with the same Sony A63, A6500, right? And I believe you were, for both of us, and I think for Tausif as well, you were one of the people where we saw your YouTube channel and we said we might try it as well, you know, our YouTube channel. So
Agreed.
very well succeed.
Yeah,
that is
you
awesome.
have accomplished that.
Yeah, I learned a lot from your channel, man. And I remember I used to pester you too on Twitter, trying to get you to come to Canada because I just wanted to meet you so badly. I'm like, man, I've learned so much about cameras because I didn't know anything about cameras. I'm like, I want to meet these guys. So pretty cool.
Yeah, I gotta say, I remember Emilio, you being, you know, you following my channel for a long time. Actually, I just remember seeing, like, your name is very unique. You know what I mean? I don't know many Emilios, and so whenever you'd comment, I'd notice it. But then just to see you grow and like to have this, and just to see your channel blow up, like, man, I'm so proud of you, man.
Thanks, man. Thank you so much. And you know, what I was saying to the guys is that I can't wait. This pandemic hit me very hard because being in Europe and have friends, because I can call Chris, Tausif, people that I knew from YouTube, right? Like friends. Having the opportunity to be on a vid summit or a conference that we don't have the opportunity right now to be because of the COVID, this is going to be something that, you know, it's going to explode my happiness, if I can tell you, you know, that I'm going to meet with creators. And also, as you said, I am watching you from the very beginnings of your channel. And also having now the opportunity with this podcast to talk with the creators that we watch for all these years and growing together with them, you know, this is something that I want people to know that the niche that we have on YouTube, and also Javen said that.
Oh, Jevon Dovey.
Jevon Dovey. He said that this niche of creators, it's a community that we want everybody well for everyone. You know what I mean? This is a very special niche that we're not saying, oh, he's going to go big and he's going to get the audience, you know, out of me. And people need to understand this, that this is a very huge privilege to have when you're starting out, that you can get help without, you know, someone expects something out of you, and he just gives you the help to start, the help to, because even on Twitter or on Instagram, you already know that being a creator, we have ups and downs every day, every week. So when we say, for example, something that is happening right now on YouTube, very low views on our videos, and we say, oh man, what am I doing wrong, right? And you see a post of another fellow creator or a friend that says, don't worry about the views that they are low, they're gonna go bigger. You say, okay, it's not just me, you know? So I'm going to keep going. I'm going to smile. Life is going to smile back to me. Do you agree that?
Yeah. Oh, totally. Like even all the events, like NAB or Vid Summit or Video Marketing World or whatever, Camera Camp, like every time I connect with a YouTuber like in our niche, it is like always friendly. It's always supportive. Like every single time, there's no competition. at all. It's just it's always like, oh my gosh, it's you, man! I love your videos.
I
and
know
then we talk
you.
about gear. We nerd about gear.
And like
and
I know
it's
you,
a
right?
Beautiful community. Yeah, totally.
I remember Josh Yo said that when he went to camera camp first time, the Sony camera camp, he said that everybody I was going like I know them already. So yeah, I'm Josh, you know, and I know you.
Yeah.
And what's cool is that when you meet them, because you've seen their videos, it feels like you've known them for a while, right? You kind of know their personality, and you just like every person that I've met in person from the YouTube community, it's just we've clicked, you know. And like some of my best friends are YouTubers that I met for the first time for the past couple of years, and it's a really special community. It really is, and so I love being part of it.
Looking forward to the point at which we can actually say, yeah, let's meet up. Like,
let's hang out.
Yeah, that's
really hopefully soon. Hopefully soon.
Yeah.
How is Texas? How is Texas as a city? I also saw Sarah Dietzy is building a new studio, right, in Texas.
She is. I think she's about half an hour away from me. A lot of people are moving out here. Yeah, some more content creators moving out to Texas, which is really
Dave
cool.
Mays.
Some more friends for me to hang out with.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a great place. Really good food, like barbecue is just so good. And where I live specifically, it reminds me of California, like a lot. A lot of the same shops, a lot of the same activities. No mountains or beaches, obviously, but we got some pretty awesome lakes. Just I don't know, just it's a cool place to live. I never thought I'd see myself live in Texas, but here I am.
I'm waiting to see you with a cowboy hat.
Nope.
A horse.
I will never wear hats. Don't look good on me. I want to wear a hat. I love hats, but I
want
just
your
don't
hair.
look good in hats.
I want your hair, and I'm throwing this out.
Meanwhile, he's probably wearing he's got like cowboy boots on down there.
Probably, dude. Cowboy boots
with like
are
bells at the back.
Expensive. Like the Spurs, like they can go from like $1,500 to $2,500.
What?
Yeah, like I went to Fort Worth, which I think where Sarah lives. Like there's a cowboy store in downtown, and I went there just to look. Minimum price for boots is like $800. I'm
What?
like,
Holy! Are these like leather, like real leather boots?
yeah,
Yeah.
And there's like an art to it. Like it's got either the pointy one that goes down, or if you want to be fancy, you gotta get the crocodile one with the point goes up or something like that. I don't know. There's like it's a whole thing that I don't understand.
That's so cool.
When you say the pointy ones that go up, it makes me, I don't know why, the first image that came into my head is the two evil guys in Breaking Bad. Remember those two guys?
Oh, the twins, yeah.
Yeah. And they have
Yep.
their cowboy points that kind of like point up there.
And you go into the store, you say, "This is real leather." Yes, and you take the Zippo, you light it up. Let's find out.
That's funny.
But yeah, Texas is blowing up. There's a lot of people moving out here, a lot of businesses coming out here. It's becoming like a really cool community hub. Like in my town, McKinney, whenever I go downtown, there's like just a huge group of photographers out taking photos, like, you know, along the bricks and alleys and all that stuff. And so it's pretty cool. Never what I would have thought like Texas would be such a creative community.
Do you ever do like meetups with people down there and like photo walks and like that kind of thing?
I wanted to before the pandemic.
Right.
I'm going to wait a little bit longer, but I definitely want to do that because I think I feel, because I'm from California, and I feel that everyone, has a camera or, makes videos or whatever. So it's kind of saturated over there. Where Texas, I feel like people are hungry for it. And, people, I mean, California is the best state, in my opinion. I'm kind of biased. And so secretly, I think everyone wants to be as cool or creative as Californians. And so when people get the opportunity to pick up a camera and do something, and there's an opportunity to learn, like in a workshop, whatever, like Texans just jump on board with that kind of stuff. So it'll be interesting, like once, the pandemic like just subsides and all that stuff, and we start doing these personal meetups. I would love to do more of that stuff. Absolutely.
And also the traveling, right? Because I remember you were planning before the pandemic, traveling, photo, right? What was the thing that you had?
I was meant to go to Bali last June.
Bali, yes.
Yeah. So that's being postponed to next June. So hopefully things will be better by then. I think I have a good feeling, but we'll see.
That'll happen, for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, it's confirmed. I got 8 people, excited to go. And people can still sign up if they want to, but it's going to be awesome. We're going to
have links. We're going to have links in the description.
Yeah.
This podcast.
Oh, please. Yeah. Sign up. It'll be awesome.
Bali as well.
Yeah, it'll be really fun. I want to do more stuff like domestically, like locally. I want to head out. I'll be in England next year, so I'd love to, do a meetup out there. Do a huge road trip in Europe. I mean, come on.
I'm waiting you.
So awesome.
Cool. I'm waiting you, and also we can visit UK as well. We're gonna go to UK. We can go to the Netherlands, right? And then we can go south. Italy, Spain, Greece. Like, we're gonna go.
It's funny. Every single guest we have, Emilio makes travel plans with them and makes sure that it's like in stone before they leave. Every week.
Because
you're on my list, Emilio.
Yeah, and we're
going to Greece in a couple of years, so I want to go.
Thank you, Sidney. Because everyone forgets us here. Everyone is forgetting.
Nobody forgets you. You're a huge continent.
They always talk about the US. They never talk about Europe.
Yeah, it's okay. No.
So lonely.
See you later.
That's awesome. Sidney, I have a question for you, and this is going to be complete left field, okay?
Okay.
How do you have such perfect hair every time? What's your routine?
Manscaped.
It's a wig.
You gotta get the right product, man.
Revealed right now.
Gotta get the right product.
It's a wig. Who said that, Chris? Come on.
And you go, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, and now the sponsor message. And for my hair.
Today's sponsor is Keeps.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know. I just use normal product and just, whip
El
it
Natural.
back. That's
there
it.
You go.
Do you have to blow dry it, be honest?
I do. Yeah.
You do, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you
tell.
get
And it's funny because
look.
Because when I travel, like, I feel kind of weird bringing a hair dryer, because it's like, oh, look at you trying to be, look at this diva, and I have to call the hotel first, like, just to make sure, like, hey, do you have a hair dryer in your room? Because some hotels don't. And so if I know that they carry hair dryers, then I don't have to, but I have to. Yeah, it's a weird thing that I do. I just
okay, sorry.
Otherwise, it won't work.
This is not a thing for the men to have a hair dryer.
No, it is. I
used to as well. Yeah,
it's normal, right? It is
normal.
like
totally.
Thank you.
Yeah. I think it's like there's a stigma where it's like, oh, you're a guy, you shouldn't have to do this, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like,
you got to rough it up with a towel.
For me to make it look like I have hair here, I need to have a hair dryer, and I have to stick them with lac and everything, so I can show that I have something.
See, these are the kind of conversations you get in CreativeLess, right?
Okay, did you see Sidney got me get out my hat? That was for the first time.
I'm pretty sure you said you were just going to embrace the hair moving forwards. That was one episode. Now you're back to the hat. Last week?
Yeah, you did.
I don't believe you did. You're a liar.
I'm pretty sure it's online somewhere forever.
Some evidence.
So what I was told is that if you really want to have healthy hair, like for a long time, you shouldn't really wash your hair every day. You have to wash it every 2 to 3 days.
I lost the train.
Not necessarily, because you can regrow it back or whatever, or just have healthier hair from this point on. But like your natural oils from the hair is like really good to lubricate your scalp and all that stuff, and promotes hair growth. So just passing that information. It's on the table. Just if you want it.
Thank you, thank you, Sensei.
So next week we expect good hair from you, Emilio.
Yes.
There you go. Yeah.
No pressure.
Oh, that would be hilarious. Just a wave. Big old shoulder length.
You see me with the fake, how do you say, like the Better Call Saul, with
the wig, yeah. Oh, the comb over.
Yeah, there you go.
What do you call it? The
toupee.
Toupee.
Hey!
Yeah.
Dude, if you grow a man bun this year, that would be awesome.
Oh, you should.
That should be your thing. Just grow it. Man bun it.
I used to have a ponytail. I was telling that to the guys.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I had a hair like from here, like rock.
We still haven't seen any pictures, mind you, but
and you're never gonna see it, Tausif. You're never gonna see it. These are kept very secretly inside.
That's awesome. All right, Sidney, quick question for you, and you got to answer this quick. 2 cameras, 2 lenses. What are they? You get to choose just 2 cameras.
A7S III Alpha 1, 16 and 35, and 50 mil G Master.
Oh, okay. That's
the
the first
favorite.
one.
There a guy with a 50 mil. You see, there is a guy With a nifty
35
50.
was my favorite focal length for the longest time, but when I played with Sony's new 50mm, I was like, oh my gosh, I love this lens so much. So it's just so expensive.
Yeah.
Yes,
What's
I
your
was gonna
most
say,
used
did you
lens
buy
right
it?
now? It's the 16 to 35?
Yeah, that's my go-to lens.
Okay.
I have I've minimized my gear to just two lenses. It's the 16 to 35 and the 24 to 70. You know, you get all your focal lengths.
Yeah.
But
Sigma or
I
Sony?
use-
Sigma
Sony.
20? Ah, okay. Did you hear that, Chris?
Yeah, I heard it loud and clear.
Yeah. Every time, Emilio.
Sigma's great too. They're great.
Yeah.
They have some pretty awesome lenses. But yeah, I've been using the 16 and 35 like 99% of the time, and like you know you can use APS-C mode on Sony cameras, which is fantastic. And I rarely pick up the 24 to 70. I might even sell that lens to get the 50mm. We'll see. But yeah, 16-35 is my go-to.
Interesting. I always find this curious. Everybody says A7S III, but nobody says FX3. Why?
Because it's a boring camera.
What?
It's a boring camera.
It's the same camera,
I
though,
said
no?
it.
It is the same. It is the
That
same camera.
overheats. That overheats.
Okay, that was one
So-
time, Emilio.
It
Had to
was
say
one
time.
You know, Sydney,
It's- I mean-
Okay, listen. When we started, Tausif had the Canon C70.
Yeah, but I wasn't using that. I was using the R5 for
He
the
was
actual...
using the R5.
Yeah.
And he was getting disconnected all the time. And we say, come on, man, you need to get a Sony camera. Okay.
No, he
'cause
wasn't
the
getting
record
disconnected.
limits-
It stops after 29 minutes. It
29 minutes, he
29
was
minutes,
stopping.
you'd see the little EOS R thing up
And
here.
you know, you were seeing
Yeah.
Tausif, we were talking, right? With the, he goes, sorry. Let's go back. So we tell him, you need to get a Sony, right? He says, yeah. What do you have? We have the A7S III. Perfect. He goes and takes the FX3. Right
I love it. It's such a good camera.
It is a good camera.
Okay,
I'll-
it's a good camera. It's just that it's the same thing as an A7S III.
It is.
It
is.
does
But
exactly the
if
same
you
thing.
didn't have the A7S III and you had to choose between those two, you'd still go
Between the
A7S III?
FX3?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. If I didn't have the A7S III and I had to choose between the FX3 and the A7S III,
Correct.
well, I'd still go for the A7S III.
Of course, yeah.
Interesting.
And also,
Yeah.
you know, and also something that I didn't know. They said that when you zoom in on the sensor, the clear image zoom doesn't work on
Okay.
the A7S III because it's 12 megapixel, right?
Right.
in 4K, yeah. It works in
It's
1080, yeah.
working. With my 24 1.4, it's working perfectly and goes to 35.
But in 4K or 1080?
Yeah.
4K, all I, up to 60p. It doesn't work on the 120.
Are you sure it's
FPS.
not clear image zoom?
Yeah, it
or
might be
crop,
clear
or
image
crop
zoom.
mode.
It's working only with the 24 1.4, the G Master. So probably with the 34 as well. If you go, check this out.
It's got to be clear image zoom.
Let's see. Do you see it's a 4K
Mm-hmm.
and 50? You see that?
Sure.
Okay.
We'll take your word for it. Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait. Zoom.
That's like this big on the screen right now.
Yeah.
Sydney's like real in there. He's like,
We're
That's
just
clear
not.
image zoom.
Yeah, that's clear image zoom.
That's clear image zoom.
Something that you learned here in the CreativeLess podcast. they're making, you know, they're saying lies to us that it's not working. Get the A7S III, guys. Not sponsored by Sony.
Well,
I
they're
will
just
say,
similar
are you-
cameras.
Yeah. I used the FX3 for the first time today on a shoot, and it's a lot nicer to use on a gimbal than the A7S III is because, like, the top's chopped off, right?
Yeah.
So I've had a lot of issues before. Like, you put a mic on top, and it's just it's off center, like the balance.
Yeah.
Which-
so
which
much
gimbal?
easier to balance.
Which gimbal?
Ronin S.
Get a Zion.
No,
Yeah.
Not
Crane
sponsored.
2S.
I don't need. I'm done with
But
gimbals,
that-
honestly. Like, I don't
and I
ever
also
need
like
to
the
do gimbal
grip.
again. Like,
Oh,
they're all the same.
sorry, guys. Okay, Chris. You know FX3 is better because you can use it better on a gimbal. And after
Yep.
5 seconds, I'm done with gimbals.
I am done with gimbals. I never want to buy one again. I don't
But it's
review
a-
them anymore. I'm never buying one again. The Ronin works fine, and it always will.
there you go.
So why do
There
you
go.
need an FX3 then?
Well, it was
It's
either
a
buy
grip.
another
The grip
A7S3
is
or buy an
nice.
FX3,
Yeah.
and I was like, I don't want to
There you
jump
go.
all that money on another one.
But
Already got
again,
it.
I have to say that you see how good people are guests because no one says FX9. No one says
Yeah.
Aria Alexa. No one says, like, you see A7S3, A1. Oh, A1 is a little bit higher, you know, but it's a photos. But they don't go like, I want a 60,000 body with a 100,000 lens. That's what I admire.
Well, we haven't had Marquez on yet, so
that's
true.
true.
Have him on then,
or Jonathan Morris.
Yeah.
but I gotta say this. So Sidney, I had the A7S III and I had the R5 both together. For some reason, the grip on the A7S III, I just wasn't feeling it. And then I ended up keeping the R5, and then I got the FX3. I loved the grip on the FX3. Like, it just feels so much chunkier and better in your hand, but it's also smaller. I guess it's like the thickness of it, which gives it that feeling. So, and then I was totally fine letting the R5 go at that point. But yeah, I guess it depends. I don't know.
It's funny how like there's these camera wars, like every time someone or any one of us like posts a review on the latest camera or whatever. Yeah. And so it was like, you know, oh, well, what about this camera? What about that camera? It's like, dude, we're just giving you information. Calm the F down. You know what I mean? It's like, you can make your own decision. You're a grown up.
There you go.
You know, you don't have to get the A7S III. You don't have to get that FX9. If you're happy with your, I don't know, Canon M5, then hey, R5. More power to you, you know? And so
I think it goes back to what you said at the beginning. It's like, we no longer say we're reviewing things. This is our experience with it, and that you can only view multiple people's experiences and make your own decisions. Like
that's right. I think with our niche, it started out as reviews because we didn't know what else to call it. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think now that we kind of know our content a lot more, that we know our niche a little bit more and our audience a lot more, it's like, well, actually, I'm just giving you my experience with this product. So take it, leave it, whatever. It's up to you. You're a grown-up.
And basically, I don't think it's going to be even one guy from the audience of YouTube that is going to make a purchase just because he watched one video. Like, I can tell, for example, for me personally, if I'm going to make a purchase, I'm going to see at least 10 different videos or 15. I'm going to get something from... It's not only Gerald and John, right? Or it's not only Philip Bloom. If you can manage to see the whole Philip Bloom 1.5 hour review, you know, but if you manage to see that, you can understand that you're seeing things that you say, okay, but that's Philip's opinion, his experience. So let's see what Sidney said. Let's see what Chris said. Let's see, you know, 1, 2, 3. So people need to understand this, that you're not, you know, to see only one video and then say, okay, this guy, Gerald, for example, recommended me this, I'm going to buy it. Right? And also it's gear. I won't forget what Frono's Photo said back to 10 years ago on his channel. And he said, instead of buying new gear or buying the most expensive cameras in the lens, learn how to frame your shots. And learn how to crop, you know, when you shoot, not when you edit something, and you're going to be better. So don't get so obsessed about Sidney. It was one of your videos, right, that you said you saw a video with an A6300 like 6 months ago. That was amazing, and you said the A6300 in 2020, and they can make miracles.
Yeah, oh, totally. Well, it was, I think I was kind of going through the archives and everything, and I was looking at some footage because I was looking for like shots of me for a video. I'm like, oh wow, this is a really good shot. What was this shot on? And I looked at the file and it said A6300. I'm like, dude, this is still good. Like, what are people like complaining about? And so yeah, it's funny because it's like you get those comments when you make those reviews, and I'm sure you guys get this. It's like, oh, it feels like I'm watching a 3-minute ad or whatever, and it's like, well, dummy, no, because even though like we're like making the same videos and uploading at the same time or whatever, I'd much rather see 10 videos of the same topic in different perspectives versus seeing one commercial scripted by the brand, by the agency to make the product look good, and that's it, right? Like, I'd much rather see all these videos from all these different content creators with their own unique perspectives. And so it's that's what I don't get. Like we're here to give you information about a product. Like you know Marquez's style, you know what he likes, you know, watch his video if you want to, you know, get stuff, or if you like his style, you know, if you want to watch Chris's stuff, like, you know him, or if you want to watch Jevon's stuff, like, you know his personality, and you decide for yourself. Look at the footage, look at the video, and then you decide if you want this piece of gear or not. You are an adult, and so yeah,
make your own
decisions. Drives me crazy.
No one is pushing anyone. Right?
Yeah. I just remembered something earlier from this conversation. Chris, when you did your intro, you mentioned Sidney had a secret channel.
You still have it, right, Sidney?
What about the Sex Secret channel?
Have you posted any more on it recently?
No, I have a backlog of. I should probably make some more because I have like a whole bunch of backpacks. But the secret channel is called Breaking Bags, and it's kind of it's a play on words on the show Breaking Bad, where basically it's kind of like a backpack review channel, but I say nothing at all. I show the backpack, I grab a sledgehammer, and I just beat it up and just kind of play around. That's it. That's all I do.
So you made something with the bugs way before Cody threw that Peter McKinnon bug out of the cliff, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. And we never saw that.
He's been smashing bags.
What do you do for a living? I smash bags.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, I have so many backpacks like in my office, it's ridiculous. And so I may as well make something out of it. You know what I mean? So just I love camera bags like more than gear, and I like, you know, violence, and so why not just put the two together into one channel?
And bananas, right? Like throwing bananas inside bags.
Okay,
oh my gosh, yes.
serious question. Something that we're realizing episode after episode more and more is that almost 80 or 90% of the YouTubers on the creators' niche are musicians, right? So you play the keys, right?
I do.
When are we gonna see you on a video like? You know, that you're going to play some keys or dress the music? Stop Epidemic Sound, stop Music Bed, we want Sidney's hands. When is it going to happen?
Original.
So I have like, I don't know how you guys organize your videos, but like I have this long list of like videos to make. And one of them is, you know, making your own music and stuff like that. Or at least relating music to editing. Because to me, I think editing is about layers, right? You edit a layer of this, and then you put on a layer of music, and then you put a layer of sound effects and a layer of B-roll. Just layers to me. Same thing with music, like on the keys. You put on a chord, you hold it like you hold a pad, you let the keys run, and then you add another, you know, set of chords or whatever it is. And so to me, it's like the same. So I thought it'd be kind of cool to make a video correlating like music and editing, and kind of showing people like editing it's not about slow motion this or, you know, whatever. It's like, no, it's about building layers and crafting a story.
That's amazing. That's amazing, because also we're editing to the beat. So if you have also music knowledge, it's gonna be very easy to not be, for example, so boring on your video to cut 1, 2, 3, 4, because you can cut to end, you can cut to end, you know, not just to 1, 2, 3, 4 on the beat.
Totally. Okay, quick question. Do y'all play music?
Me, yes. Chris, yes. Tausif?
No.
No?
Like play music?
Yeah.
Like I can look at notes and play?
You
No.
sing. You
I
sing.
thought you sang.
I sing.
sing.
I sing,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, he
I sing.
sings.
Oh, sweet. Okay, after the podcast, I have an idea, because I think it'll be a cool collab.
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
I'm down.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
I'm
that'll
down.
be fun.
There you go.
There you go. A little hint, a little preview, tease on the podcast.
There you go. There you go.
Good idea.
If you, Sidney, if you had a choice to do a channel outside of your niche, other than breaking bags, right now, like free, unfiltered, you could do whatever you wanted, what would it be?
It would be everything about the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Oh, I didn't expect
such
that.
a comic book nerd. I love it so much.
Interesting.
So, like, you know, whether talking about the latest Falcon and the Winter Soldier episode, or, you know, talking about the upcoming Black Widow movie or whatever, like, I love that stuff. And I wish if this wasn't my niche, like, that would definitely be something that I would totally geek out on.
Get
That's
into it.
hands down.
Were you
I love
always into
kind of
that?
stuff.
Like comic books
Oh, yeah.
from a young age? Yeah.
I had like hundreds and hundreds of like comic book, like the original Spider-Man comic books.
Nice.
I got cards, like a whole bunch of Marvel cards, like in their casing and stuff like that. Like,
Oh,
I
wow.
love collecting that stuff, and it's kind of cool to see like my son get into it. Like, he just loves like everything Marvel, and so
Yeah.
he has like this Lego Marvels game, and he asked, "Hey, who's this superhero?" And I talk about it. I was like, "Oh yeah, this is this person, and here's how this person relates to that hero and stuff like that." So yeah, I love that stuff. I geek out on that stuff.
For sure. Yeah, no, that's some fun stuff for sure. Yeah. I think making something like that shouldn't be too difficult, right? Like, it'd kind of just be talking head, like if you were to do something like that.
I mean, filming it is not the problem. It's just editing is
keeping
my
up with
problem,
it.
at
The
least. You know what I
bottleneck,
mean?
yeah.
Like, I have I have like 3 videos filmed, and I'm like, either I'm too lazy to edit it, or I'm not as fast as an editor as I used to be. And so I need to hire an editor just to help me keep up. You know what I mean? Let alone a second channel.
Do you find when you batch shoot as well, like you get to like one of the videos you shot very first, you're like, this isn't even a good idea anymore, or like you're not into editing it as much as you should be, and like I find that happens a lot.
All the time. Yeah. I think the more you grow, then I guess for some reason the pressure just kind of kicks in, and you're like, oh yeah, this video's not going to work. I'm just going to scratch it. My 2 hours I've spent filming this, nope, down the toilet. But then again, sometimes you look back at that footage and you're like, oh, actually this is doable. You know, maybe I was stressed out when I was filming, but coming back, you know, with a calmer mindset, you know, you kind of think more rationally. And so, but yeah, I tend to scratch projects every now and then.
It's a good thing to do sometimes, I think.
Yeah, it is. And it's good to have lists. Like sometimes I don't know what to make, or I kind of get lost in the production schedule. And so that's why I like having my list. And I'm like, okay, I meant to do this one. Let's do this video because it kind of correlates with my previous video or whatever.
That's clever. That's clever. Yes.
Yeah.
And then Sony sends you a new lens and everything just goes
okay.
sideways.
So do you guys, okay, I don't know if you're like me, but do you guys like try to keep up with your production schedule? But then all of a sudden, Moment or Sony or whoever sends you a new product and you're like, stop everything. I have to do this. Pressure's on. I have to, and they send it to you so late and you have like 24 hours to make the video. Doesn't it like just frustrate you so much?
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't have this problem because I'm receiving it to Europe after the customs way after the release. For example, you know, I received the OnePlus 9 series 4 days ago.
Oh, wow. I think the OnePlus 10 is coming out soon, Emilio.
Very clever. Very clever.
Sidney, what do you watch YouTube outside of obviously making videos? Do you watch YouTube as well?
Oh, yeah, all the time. I love...
Anything you watch outside of our niche?
Yeah. I always end my day watching Philip DeFranco. Like he kind of... You know, I get my news from him, which is great. I don't have to do all the research. I've been watching a lot of crypto and financing stuff. It's really fascinating. Like Meet Kevin, Graham Stephan, who else? Just a lot of people in that niche. Like that whole world like fascinates me so much. And so
do you have money in crypto?
I do.
You do? What are you in?
Lucked out with Doge. Got Doge.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Yeah. So really lucked out last week. That was pretty fun.
Hopefully you sold out of it. You secured your position.
Oh, I did. Yeah, I sold high. I sold high. I still have a little bit left, and I might buy the dip. But yeah, I got real fortunate. But I knew, this is too good to be true because it's based on nothing. It's a joke.
Yeah. It's literally me.
So yeah, so I definitely cashed out for sure. But yeah, I'm on Coinbase, and I guess I'm earning tokens if you like watch these videos or something like that. Like they're small amounts, but you get to like learn more about the different tokens that are out there and stuff like that. So yeah, still learning. I still have not as much knowledge as I'd like to have in crypto, but the whole world just fascinates me.
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
That's your world, isn't it, Tausif?
Yes. Yep. All about it.
Yeah.
Do you like watch all the trade stocks and stuff like that? Like
he's an accountant.
Yeah, like my background is chartered accounting.
Like Ben Affleck. Cool. An accountant like Ben Affleck.
There you go.
I got it.
I wish.
Quick fire round. Should we do it?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah. For the fire round.
Wait, let's load it up. Actually, I think we probably talked about a few of the things already.
We did.
I can't find it.
My SD card.
What?
Tausif said all the questions of the quick fire.
Oh no, there's one. Okay.
Oh.
Pineapple
there's
on pizza.
There's
yes
a
or
few
no?
still on there.
Okay, sorry. What was that?
Pineapple on pizza. Yes or no?
Oh hell yes.
Oh my god.
Absolutely. I don't know why people
That's
don't like
two
it.
guests
It's delicious.
in a row now. Oh,
it's delicious. Oh my gosh.
We can't be
the
friends
sweetness
anymore.
of the pineapple and ham. Oh, just put it in my mouth.
Sidney, any hobbies that people would be surprised to, hear right now that you like?
Slacklining.
Oh,
Slack
okay.
what?
Okay.
Slack?
Oh, no way.
Slacklining, yeah. I'm like trying to get better.
Yep.
I'm not good at balancing, but it's really fun.
It's a lot harder than it seems, eh? I bought a line a couple of years ago, and it's hard.
Yeah. I mean, it's one thing to like, tie it to like to two trees or whatever.
Yeah.
But then getting on it and then like feeling your calves like just really work and you get all sore the next day or something like that. But I guess like if you know how to slackline, then you can pretty much, know how to balance the surf, snowboard, wakeboard, all that stuff. Just builds up your balance.
One wheel.
Creepy next
One
video.
wheel.
I'd say something that I said about half an hour ago. Slackline with a green suit.
Yes.
I could just put a slack line out and say that I'm in a green suit and no one would know.
And you see on the line, the
Just
line
move
go.
Just slowly start putting little clips in throughout a video.
Levi Allen was the guy that told me about it. He did a video about slacklining, and I saw it. And I'm like, man, this is cool.
That
This
was
is
cool.
Or I think there was like a documentary about slacklining that came out a couple years back, and like I want to do it. So yeah, just kind of learning, but that's a fun little hobby.
It got really big the last couple of years, didn't it? Because there was that one guy that kept doing like crazy stunts for TV. Like, I think he did the Grand Canyon, then he did Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I remember that
I
one.
can't imagine doing that. That'd be terrifying.
Yeah. Niagara Falls.
Yeah,
Wow.
no, thank you. I think he had to have a what do you call it when you're attached? I think he had to have one of those for Niagara Falls.
like a tether.
Yeah, I think he had to have one. They wouldn't let him do it.
Was
'cause
there
of
like a
state
helicopter
laws.
or something? Oh, no.
There
Yeah,
was a
there
helicopter
was,
as
yeah.
well, but yeah, I think he had to have a tether for
By
Niagara
filming.
Falls to stick with the laws.
Was he
or
the
something.
same dude that slacklined from hot air balloon to hot air balloon?
Maybe. I'm not too sure.
Because I remember watching.
What are they doing? From balloon to balloon slacklining?
I guess they get thrill out of
Yeah.
it. I don't know.
That's
It's for adrenaline junkies.
yeah.
literally living on the edge.
I thought Zanklova Dam with one foot there and 1 foot there on the Volvos. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
That he was doing. that
was pretty funny.
That was the most, how do you say, extreme sport.
Wasn't
Yeah,
that
that
real
was
as well? Didn't he like actually do that or something?
He actually did it.
Yeah. I can't imagine that. No,
Yeah.
thank you.
Only he would
balls.
do that.
Yeah, really. Literally. Was that all the questions from the quickfire?
Pretty
We-
much.
we-
I think we got to come up with more quick fire
We need to
questions.
update them because
Yeah, we
Tausif
do.
is stealing them.
Yeah.
Tausif, Sydney is like sneaky, And tell us, Sydney, 2 cameras,
No,
2
I mean,
lenses.
Yeah.
dude, I only took 2 questions. Only 2 questions from there. And that was because I was genuinely curious.
Find your own questions.
Genuinely curious.
Those were my questions that I
So-
put in there.
Do you guys not like pineapple on ham?
No,
On
No,
pizza?
no, no.
I like
No.
pineapple on pizza.
I'm
Wait, what?
Mediterranean.
We're just learning
guy.
this now.
Mediterranean
Yeah,
guy.
I've been outnumbered for far too long, but now it's
Yeah.
time for me to speak up.
Basilico, tomato, and cheese. Chef's kiss. And
But
Oh, story.
recently I found out that I'm actually allergic to pineapple and bananas, so I can't have it.
that's bananas.
That's
It's probably for the best.
You're allergic to yellow fruit?
It's like
what it is?
it's called ragweed, right? Ragweed, like in the environment, and then that same
Oh, okay.
properties are apparently in bananas and pineapples. But no,
And other
thank God it's
yellow
not
fruit.
yellow food. No, thank God, because I love mangoes too much.
When we meet up,
Yeah.
secretly pineapples to the pizza that we're gonna eat, so we can see Tausif how it's gonna happen in his face. Like he's gonna swallow like this.
I'm just gonna watch
Yeah,
watch him
there
die
you go.
slowly.
No, we're gonna give him
Emilio's
adrenaline.
so dark.
No worries. Adrenaline. Don't worry. Cortisone.
Oh man,
We're
remind
gonna
me
have
not to
this
come over
escalated
to your
quickly.
house for food, Emilio. I'm never eating at your
Yeah.
place. Oh man. All right.
All right. Well,
I guess we're good.
yeah. Sydney, we won't take any more of your time. We really appreciate you coming on today. Thank you.
Thanks
Thank
for
you
having
very
me.
much.
Yeah, this has been
Oh, of
really
course.
fun. You know what? It's just really cool just to hang out for a bit, just kind of not edit videos, whatever, and just kind of hang out and chat.
Yeah.
Feels like
And if
we're
we
just,
have anyone in the audience that he's a good editor, he uses Final Cut or Premiere, make sure to reach out to Sydney's email with a good portfolio. You need to have a good reel.
For an
Because
editor.
as you understood, Sydney is looking, he might get an editor. So if anyone
You
is
might
listening,
even get a free green suit.
we're going to see more videos from Sydney. That's going to be the rewards.
So I could eat my pineapple and ham.
Exactly, and have more conversations like this one. Sydney,
Thanks
so much.
Guys. This has been awesome.
And also,
thank you so much for joining us, Sidney. Really
thank you for
it.
everything that you've done in this niche throughout the start of your YouTube channel. It's really amazing. You have helped a lot of people, and personally, all the three of us.
Thank you.
It's been a real pleasure, fellas.
Sidney's information is going to be in the description down below, so be sure to go check him out.
Thanks, Sidney.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.